Hello students, it is the third lecture of 9th standard science lesson work and energy. What we have discussed so far in the previous sessions, we have discussed all the information about work. What is work? What are the forms? The detailed information about work that we have considered or we have discussed within the last session. Now the next point of this one, energy, that we are going to focus or we are going to understand primary information about energy. What is energy? See here, whatever may be the energy it having capacity to perform work. Getting? I having the energy, so I am speaking here. So I am using the fan. But see, without electric energy, fan will not work. As you are starting the put on the button, electricity, that is electric energy, is get provided to this fan and the fan is in work. That means there is a working in the general sense. That means energy, without energy we are not able to do the work. That means energy is that by which we are performing work. That means energy is a capacity. Suppose someone asked you to lift 100 kg weight, then you will tell that when I do not having the capacity. Why? Because that much energy do not having. But a big wrestler will easily lift that weight because he having the energy. So in general sense or general meaning of the energy, the capacity to do work or the capacity of to perform work is called as energy. So what is the definition of energy? Energy is the capacity of body to do a work. Without energy, the body will not perform work. That means each and every body, if it having the capacity, then only perform work, and that capacity is nothing but energy. So whatever energy you have, that much work done you are doing, or in the vice versa, as you are doing the work, that much energy get consumed. That means 1 liter petrol, that is chemical energy, will able to travel or able to displace that vehicle by near about 40 kilometer. So 1 liter petrol, that is 1 liter petrol chemical energy, displacement is 40 kilometer. Then if displacement is 80 kilometer, so definitely their requirement of energy is 2 liter of petrol energy, that is chemical energy. So how much energy you have, that much work done you are doing, or how much work done you are doing, you are going to consume that much energy. So this equation is very important in 10th standard too. Energy is equal to work done. How much energy is there, that much work done will be there, or how much work done you are doing, that much energy get consumed. That means energy is nothing but work done, that is capacity to do work only. So SI unit and CGS unit of work done and energy is same. So how will you express the unit of SI unit of energy is joule. And what is here? We having here erg. That is joule and erg. Then what are the forms of energy? See, different forms of energy we having. Which are they? We having physical energy, we having machinery, that is mechanical energy, then we having chemicals. Food is also one kind of chemical energy. We are eating as we are hungry. Definitely you will tell your friends, I do not having capacity to walk. Why? Because you need now chemical energy to do work. Then heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electromagnetic energy, nuclear energy, solar energy, etc. These are the forms of energy. But this year we are going to discuss only 2 forms of energy, that is 2 kinds of energy, and that are potential energy and kinetic energy. Let's start with potential energy. First of all, what is the definition? The energy stored in an object due to its specific state or a position. First of all, we are going to focus on state. See, how it is state. I will explain one example like this. Suppose you having mass 1 kg of water vapors, and suppose water vapors are blown on your face. You will feel pleasant or not, because as the water vapors are approaching to your face, very softy touch they are going to give, and so you will feel better by taking the vapors or vapor. But if the same vapor, 1 kg vapor, has converted into, first it was in the gaseous state, then after gaseous state, if it will convert into liquid state and 1 liter of water has thrown on your face, so you will get little pain, or it is not too much easy to accept that blow of 1 liter water. But we will feel very pleasant when gaseous form. As there is a change in state, it will have more energy, so more hurt it will give, it having the more capacity to do work. But when the same liquid is converted into solid, that is 1 kg ice, the bunch of, that is the one block of ice, if I will throw towards you or on your face, definitely it hurts a lot. Why? Because gases having less energy than the liquid having less energy than the solid. Then out of these three, who having more capacity to do work? Definitely who having solid having more capacity to do work. Next is that after position state, here we should focus second thing, and that is position. See, as per the position, how it is. Suppose one thing we should consider here, a plain ground is there, one person is standing on the ground, then there is one table, second person is standing on the table, and one building is there, getting, and the third person, that is person A, person B and person C. Then suppose if he will jump, because height is 0, here h is 0, maybe your height is 1 meter and here maybe height is 10 meter. So tell me whose position is little higher than the earth, higher from the earth, the person C. If he will jump, nothing will happen. If suppose he will do like this one, nothing will happen. But the person who is going to jump from the table, he will feel little pain into leg. But if the person C is going to jump from that much height, definitely there will be crack in the bone, because which position having the more energy to capacity, that is capacity to do work, so higher the position. That means if position is little higher, or if there is a change in position, then due to change in position, the energy stored within that object is called as potential energy. Again, suppose arrow and bow is there. If you are applying arrow in the bow, if you stretch it back, definitely because of change in position, it having the capacity, now energy has stored. If you release that energy, definitely the arrow will go forward, that is kinetic energy now because of the motion. Then the object which is changed position and the object having the energy because of change in position, that is also potential energy. So what is the definition? The energy stored in an object due to its specific state or specific position, and so it is called as potential energy. After discussing potential energy, we will move towards the next point, that is kinetic energy. See here, suppose 3 stumps are there in the cricket match, and if the person is throwing ball towards the stump, and after hitting the stump, definitely stump will fall down. So why this ball having the capacity to scatter the stump? Because of its motion. Okay, suppose one elephant is there, it is standing. When the steady position is there, you will not get afraid out of this. But if the elephant is walking towards or running towards you, because elephant having the motion, getting on it, and so you having the fear because it having the energy. and it having the capacity to do work. So what is the difference in between these two? Many examples you can discuss under this head, but only matter of understanding is the energy stored in the object due to its specific position or state, that is called as potential energy, and the capacity of do work because of motion, that means the energy which an object has because of its motion, that is called as kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is energy stored in the object, or object has that energy because of its motion. Consider, when we find the expression, it may be 2-mark question in the examination. Find the expression or write the expression for kinetic energy. Suppose this one is an object. Mass of object is m, and when object is at rest position, definitely initial velocity is 0. If you apply force in this direction, definitely there is a motion, and because of this motion, as motion is there, the object starts to receive the kinetic energy. If it is going to strike any object, definitely there will be impact. Suppose because of force F, there is an acceleration, that means changing velocity. First it is at rest, now it starts to moving, and then it achieved the final velocity when reaches this point A. Suppose this is a point A, the object reached here, velocity is v, and within that one displacement is s, and it has taken the time t. So what is here? Mass of object is m, applied force is F, because of force there is a motion and displacement is s in time t, final velocity is v, and acceleration is a. So we have to find how much kinetic energy that object having. Number 1, see, work done is equal to force into displacement. This equation is equation number 1, that is W is equal to F into S. So first of all we are going to find F, then we are going to find S. See, by Newton's second law of motion, we having force is equal to mass into acceleration. So F is equal to ma, that is the formula we are getting. So equation number 2. Again we having displacement is equal to initial velocity into time plus half of acceleration into time square. But as initial velocity is 0, here we are going to write 0, 0 into t, 0. So displacement is equal to half of at square, that we are going to discuss. So we having value of F in equation number 2, and we having value of F in equation number 3. So by equation 1, 2 and 3, so I am going to write here from equation 1, 2 and 3. See here, work done is equal to force into displacement. Force is equal to ma, and displacement is equal to half of at square. So a into a square, again t square, a square t square. So we have plus that 8 into bracket and bracket square. So half into m into 80 square. Now what is meant by that 80 square? So once again, using Newton's first law of motion, velocity, final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus 80 square. But initial velocity is 0. So 0 is 0. So v is equal to 80. So we have then squaring both the sides. Here squaring both sides, and after squaring both sides we are getting v square. So 80 whole square. So see here we having value of whole square is here equation number 5, and with the help of this equation number 5 and this equation number 4, we are getting from equation 4 and 5 fill the value of 80 square, that is v square there. So 80 square, so remove this 80 square here, I put here v. So W is equal to half into m into v square, and we have discussed here what is energy. Energy is equal to work done, and so kinetic energy is equal to kinetic work done is equal to half of mv square. That is the expression we have got. After explaining this expression, let's discuss one example. See, suppose an object is there, or suppose one elephant is there. Mass of that elephant is near about 3000 kilogram. Okay, and velocity is only 2 meter per second. 2 meter per second, that is the velocity, and that elephant is approaching towards you. समझ में आ रहा है? एक हाथी है 3000 kg का, 3 टन का, और आपके पास वो आ रहा है, दौड़ते दौड़ते आ रहा है. सो आपको डर क्यों लगेगा? सो सी हियर v is equal to 2 meters, 2 meter only, meter per second. That is the velocity it having. Now kinetic energy is equal to mass half of mv square. So is equal to 1/2 into 3000 into 2 into 2. So 2 get cancelled, and so here 6000, that is joule energy it having, and that much energy elephant having, and so definitely it will create a more impact on our body. So we are getting little fear of that elephant. But suppose here the elephant's motion v is equal to 0. So ke is equal to half into 3000 into 0 square and 0. So elephant do not having energy, kinetic energy. So because of its motion it will not impact, and so we are very happy by looking at elephant when elephant is not in motion. But if elephant just only 2 meter per second is in motion and approaching towards you, definitely you have to fear. After the discussing information about kinetic energy, let's start to discuss potential energy. First expression for potential energy. What is potential energy? Potential energy is the energy stored in the object because of change in state and change in position. Now we are discussing how it is related to position. Suppose object is on the ground, that is condition A, and just by applying the force you have lifted that object at point B. So at point B, definitely force of earth, that is gravitational force, is on this object at point B, which is downward one, and here we having potential energy because there is a change in position. This one is the initial position, B is a final position. At point B, gravitational force is working, and so gravitational force into acceleration, that is force into acceleration due to gravity mg. Is it clear? Now see how is the expression now. So definitely how much displacement is there, as much height is there, that is displacement. So here displacement is equal to height. So what is energy? That is potential energy, nothing but the work done. Work done is equal to force into displacement. See here force is mg and displacement is h. So finally potential energy is equal to mgh. That is very simple expression formula we having here. So let's discuss one example. 1000 kg water is stored in overhead tank of 10 meter high building. So what should be the potential energy? So what is here? H is equal to 10 meter. Mass of water is equal to 1000 kg. Then gravitational acceleration is 9.8 meter per second square. So potential energy is equal to m into g into h. Mass of water 1000, g 9.8 into 10. So that is equal to 1000 into 98. So finally we are getting 98 and 3 zeros. That means 98,000 joule energy it will have. That much energy that water having because you have lifted that water from ground level to top of building, and so there is a change in position and water having 98,000 joule energy that has stored within that water. After discussing all the information about potential energy and kinetic energy, let's discuss more information about the solve form. See here, I have drawn one diagram. By this diagram, we are going to understand how energy is transferred from one form of energy to another form of energy. See here, at the center we having electric energy, and to transfer energy from one form to another form, we need device. So first of electric energy, if you want to convert it in mechanical energy, we are using fan. And the reverse is also there. Mechanical energy will convert into electrical energy with the help of generator. So heater will convert electric energy into heat energy, and sometimes heat energy also can be converted into electric energy with the help of thermocouples. You will get information to 10th standard. Then electric energy will be converted into sound energy with the help of loudspeaker. And microphone is converting that sound energy into electric energy. Now electric energy with the help of secondary cells will convert into chemical energy, recharge. Your mobile having such kind of cells, and some cells you are getting in shop that are chemical energy will convert into electrical energy. Now see here, solar cells are those devices which convert light energy into electric energy, but bulb is converting electric energy into light energy. So from this discussion, what is the outcome? See here, energy is only energy. It is changing its one form to another form. That means new energy cannot be created. If you are creating something new, that means first you have demolished something. That means you have converted only. For example, आपके पास गोल्ड है, गोल्ड की ज्वेलरी है, और ज्वेलरी को आप डिस्ट्रॉय करेंगे और अंगूठी बनाएंगे, रिंग बनाएंगे. So what you have done? You have changed the form of that structure only. Before conversion it was necklace, now it is in the form of ring, but gold remain gold. That means energy remains energy, only form of energy get changed. So like this here, we cannot create new energy or we cannot destroy the existing energy. Only what we can do, we can change one form of energy, not change, we can convert only one form of energy into another form. And in this sense, total energy in the world remains same, not in world, total energy in the universe remains same. And this law is called as universal law of energy. So see here, so what is here? Law of conservation of energy. That means conservation remains same. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It is the first one. Then what we can do? It can be converted from one form to another, and thus total amount of energy is in the universe remain constant, and this law is called as law of conservation of energy. So how energy will transfer from one form to another form? We are going to discuss one experiment in this video.